Have a look at this.
होठों पे तेरे होठों की प्यास ऐसी जगी, मन मेरे भी तन में तेरे भी आग जलने लगी.
My God. First of all, this is really cringy. This is bad
Why is it
content.
cringy? There are people in this country right now, many people who still believe कि मेरा डेटा चला जाएगा तो क्या, मतलब मेरे पास है ही
Yeah.
क्या छुपाने को, कि अगर चला भी जाएगा ठीक है, अगर मोदी जी को सुननी है मेरी बात सुन ले, ऐसा लोगों को लगता है. अगर सब कुछ आप बता सकते हो, आपके पास कुछ छुपाने को नहीं है, then why don't you tell your mother? Do you tell everything to your mother? हाँ मतलब मम्मी को बताओ ना. अगर कुछ भी नहीं है छुपाने को, जाओ जाके मम्मी को बता दो किसके साथ बातें करते हो, किसके साथ चैटिंग चल रहा है, किसके साथ टू टाइमिंग चल रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, बताओ तो सब कुछ.
Instagram feeds पे मतलब मेरे आसपास के लोग या मेरे दोस्तों की फोटोज और लाइफ अपडेट्स के अलावा पहले मुझे ब्रांडिंग और एड्स के का एक समंदर पार करना पड़ता है. द कॉन्सेप्ट इज सिंपल, राइट? यू अट्रैक्ट पीपल टू योर प्लेटफॉर्म एंड वंस दे आर हुक्ड, वंस दे आर लॉक्ड इन, you make them pay more for the same tier of or for the same quality of service. So this is not just happening on internet, it is also happening outside of internet, where everything is starting to feel like a decayed experience of itself.
And finally, what happens after both customers and business are hooked to it, the platforms kind of starts making everything shitty for everyone because they want to extract the maximum out of the platforms.
They were like हम केबल से बेटर है क्योंकि हम आपको ऐड नहीं दिखाएंगे. फिर हमने उनको सब्सक्रिप्शन के पैसे दिए तो they were like अच्छा ठीक है थोड़ी सी ऐड देख लो अब. And now the basic subscription model, the basic tier, उसमें ads हैं, and you now have to take some ultra pro premium model जिसमें आपको 4 की जगह एक ad दिखा देंगे, but they still showing us ads, right? This is enshittification. Hello and welcome to The Wire. I'm Elisha Virmani and you're watching Digital Arrest, The Wire's latest show on what captured our attention on social media and the internet at large in the past fortnight. Why Digital Arrest? My co-host Kavita will tell you very soon. But before that, hi Kavita. Let's take a look at what has dominated our feeds over the last few days. The Union government very slyly introduced and then very quickly rolled back the mandatory installation of an app called Sanchar Sathi. There are many, many layers to this problem, which we will get to in this episode. But अब अगर यूनियन गवर्नमेंट ये कर रही है तो हमारी दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट कैसे पीछे रह सकती है? So the Delhi government last week introduced something called an air safari service. And in case any of you missed it, the launch of that service came days after a protest was brutally crushed and the protesters were asking for, no points for guessing, clean air in Delhi. So we will talk about all of this and a lot more on today's episode. But for a show that is about the internet, we have to start talking about something called enshittification. And Kavita, why don't you start us off with that and also tell our audience why we're called Digital Arrest?
Well, hello everybody. I think in this time we are all facing a theft of our attentions, and this show is going to talk about that. We are going to report to you what is stealing our attention this week and in the past 15 days. But also, this is not about the fraud and scams that you are seeing online. Okay, so be aware. आपके साथ चोरी चकारी ऐसा कुछ नहीं होने वाला है.
Yeah, this is not a literal digital arrest, just to be clear.
Exactly. Yeah. So coming back to enshittification, which is a great topic to begin with, because this is something that is happening to all of us, and it's not just happening to us, it's made to happen to us. So this is exactly we'll talk about today. So there's this person called Cory Doctorow who came up with this idea of enshittification. He wrote a book about it, and he basically talks about this 4-step process. Which begins with first making a platform which really is nice and works and attracts user because it's really useful and valuable to them. And when the platform starts getting traction, what happens is the platforms also start attracting the business customers. So when you have business customers, you try to bring in advertisers, you have all small businesses and big businesses going on there and talking about their business opportunities and stuff. And finally, what happens after both customers and business are hooked to it, the platforms kind of starts making everything shitty for everyone because they want to extract the maximum out of the platforms. Now, to give an example, look at Instagram or look at Facebook. What's happening with both these platforms is initially they were actually good. Facebook actually connected friends at one point, sometimes in the early 2000s or so. Instagram also had a good beginning in India and in the world. Even now, it's like good in parts, but a lot of users are complaining that there are too many ads, the feed is not appropriate. And same with the businesses, even they are not getting the kind of traction that they assumed that they would get. So finally, step 4 that Corey says is about potential decay and collapse of the platforms themselves. And in the book, if we read the book, he goes on to talk about how do we fight these and stuff. Maybe we'll talk about that a little later.
Yeah. No, but I want to talk about how you mentioned user experience and how everything feels shitty. I feel like a lot of people have been feeling this way about the internet for a while now. And uh, the concept is simple, right? You attract people to your platform, and once they're hooked, once they're locked in, you make them pay more for the same tier of or for the same quality of service. So this is not just happening on internet, it is also happening outside of internet, where everything is starting to feel like a decayed experience of itself. And Corey also expands this to like the concept of politics. He gives Donald Trump's example and says that the discourse in American politics was brought to such a low that that is what allowed somebody like Trump to get elected. I feel the same way about the way the right wing operates in India and how Modi has gotten elected, and the issues that this party chooses to focus on around elections. And मुद्दे जो होते हैं जो ये उठाते हैं, they are so disconnected from reality and from the real problems plaguing the masses that this is a form of institutification only. And you then again you see this on like all other apps and services that we use, because OTT platforms, they came on the premise of ad free on demand content, right? They were like हम केबल से बेटर है क्योंकि हम आपको ad नहीं दिखाएंगे. फिर हमने उनको सब्सक्रिप्शन के पैसे दिए तो they were like अच्छा ठीक है थोड़ी सी ad देख लो अब. And now the basic subscription model, the basic tier, उसमें ads हैं, and you now have to take some ultra pro premium model जिसमें आपको 4 की जगह एक ad दिखा देंगे, but they still showing us ads, right? This is enshittification, that you pay for something and then to keep getting that same level of service you have to keep paying more now, which should be pissing all of us off.
Absolutely. Everything is like extremely monetized right now, which makes platforms worse because they are called social media platforms. मतलब क्या सोशल रह गया आप में जब हर चीज एक ट्रांजैक्शन है. तो
इंस्टाग्राम फीड्स पे मतलब मेरे आसपास के लोग या मेरे दोस्तों के फोटोज और लाइफ अपडेट्स के अलावा पहले मुझे ब्रांडिंग और एड्स के का एक समंदर पार करना पड़ता है. And then I get to see, oh, this is what my friends are up to. It's no longer their whole premise was we're going to connect you to your friends, the nostalgia farming stuff that happened. और वहां से हट के अब हम आगे एकदम sophisticated feeds हैं. You can't even post like a casual breakfast selfie जो पहले होता था, like आपके blurry सा एक photo होगा उसमें coffee होगी side में, like those cute little things that Instagram where it began. From there we've come to like influencers in these curated outfits and PR kits and all of these promotions. The internet has really changed that way, and it does feel shitty now.
Yeah, and especially when you talk about these breakfast selfies और ये जो मतलब simple जो life share करने वाली जो बात होती थी. So life sharing is almost not there right now. What we are having instead is a very curated snapshot of your life. Only when you go to these cafes or some particular place, you click photos. और real life में भी मतलब internet एक तरह से especially Instagram और इस तरह की चीजें बहुत घुस गई हैं. तो आप कहीं जाते हो, आप इसलिए ही जाते हो क्योंकि वहाँ फोटो अच्छे आते हैं. आप इसलिए नहीं जाते
really care about the food.
या खाना अच्छा है या कुछ और अच्छा है. No, it's just about the photos. In fact, there are all over the world, there are these cafes and there are these places which are known for being Instagram worthy. और कुछ नहीं है उसमें, बस इसलिए जाते हैं लोग क्योंकि Instagram पे देखा था. तो in a way it's good for the business themselves who are running these platforms, but at the end for users it's a mixed experience.
I agree.
So overall, internet is becoming a really worse place for everybody. Ads and algorithms are तो हो ही रहे हैं, उसके साथ साथ scams हो रहा है. There are these fake engagements that are happening, and at one place we have people who have created their own bubbles on the internet, and on the other side we have this whole internet that is designed for addiction. So it basically means that there is no independent internet anymore. अभी जो पहले
Yeah.
होता था कि इंटरनेट गिव्स यू अपॉर्चुनिटीज कि कोई भी क्रिएटिव या पर्सन जाके वहां पर अपना वेबसाइट बना सकता है. कुछ स्पेस इंटरनेट पे आपके लिए भी है, जैसे कि आप दुनिया में जमीन खरीदते हैं तो इंटरनेट पे भी आप एक छोटा सा हिस्सा ले सकते हैं और उस पर
Your
कुछ
own
create कर
blogs
सकते
and
हैं.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking
But
about?
that's dead almost because you have to pay subscription fees to one of these corporates, because the idea is the hardware of this whole internet thing is owned by these big companies. For example, if you want to look at these underwater cable जो रहते हैं, fiber networks जो रहते हैं धरती पे, ये सब tech companies are owning them now. Tech companies and telecom companies. So for example, I was reading that Google owns about 12% or something of the underwater cable network. I had to check that figure. But I mean, when you have that kind of monopoly over the hardware itself, then obviously in the software it will reflect.
Yeah. But going back to how the internet feels, there's also another term that is sort of getting popular. There was a New Yorker article about it called posting ennui, where because the internet feels so shitty as a place to be at, that people don't really feel like posting anymore. Like, you know how we discuss those breakfast selfies or uncurated, unfiltered moments of our life. You don't really feel like sharing those because, one, there is so much drivel of this branding and PR, advertising, all of that. The other side of that is also because आपकी एक स्क्रॉल में आपको गाजा में जेनोसाइड दिख रहा है, फिर आपको आपके दोस्तों के लाइफ अपडेट्स दिख रहे हैं, उसके बाद नीचे इंडिया में प्रोटेस्ट हो रहे हैं फॉर समथिंग एल्स, फिर सूडान में प्रोटेस्ट हो रहा है अबाउट समथिंग एल्स. दिस इज टू मच इन्फॉर्मेशन फॉर आवर ब्रेन टू कंज्यूम in one go and at the same time. So that is also a big reason why I feel the internet feels like a worse place to be at. Like nobody really wants to be there anymore.
Yeah, and to add to that, I mean, if you are especially in the news business or a lot of people who are on the internet all the time, it's even worse because you are in a way getting news all the time. आप कोई ना कोई न्यूज टाइप का चीज देख रहे हो. अगर वो न्यूज नहीं भी है, प्रॉपर न्यूज नहीं भी है, तो भी इट्स पैकेज्ड एज न्यूज और टू मच
Correct.
इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ डिफरेंट काइंड्स. So it may not be exactly political news, it could be any other kind of news, but like celebrity gossip इतना ज़्यादा बढ़ गया है अभी पूरे ही इंटरनेट पे. There is just too much of celebrity ness, you know. There are these websites, मतलब पता नहीं लोग कौन देखते हैं ऐसे वेबसाइट को. When you look for any celebrity, किसी के भी नाम से आप कुछ सर्च करो तो ऐसा ऐसा आता है कि so and so person, height, weight, number of cars, number of houses and so on. Have you seen
Oh my
those?
God.
You
I
have
haven't
not?
seen
Okay.
them. No.
Okay. Google any celebrity.
So
Go to
the entire website is about
the
one
entire website is
Wow.
about not just one. I mean, they have multiple celebrities on that. But होता क्या है कि एक के बारे में it's like a Wikipedia of celebrity का height, weight वगैरह वगैरह
Wow.
information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
जब इस तरह की चीजें हो गई हैं and these websites somehow come up on the top of your searches. It's not like they are somewhere hidden inside something. They are right on the top in front of you. So when you're searching something relevant, these come up.
But then Google is a prime example of enshrintification, right? Their whole premise was
Absolutely.
also कि आप सर्च करेंगे, आप अगर आपकी क्वेरी के रिस्पॉन्स में जो भी आ रहा है, whatever the top 3-4 responses are, उनका बिजनेस सेट है उसके बाद, बिकॉज वो गूगल सर्च पेज पे आ गए पहले नंबर पे, राइट? एंड नाउ इफ यू लुक फॉर समथिंग, पहले 3 जो लिस्टिंग्स आएंगे वो स्पॉन्सर्ड होते हैं या एड्स होते हैं. उसके बाद पीपल हु हैव फिगर्ड आउट हाउ टू गेम द सिस्टम, हाउ टू गेम एसईओ मार्केटिंग, how to manage your search engine operations, वो वाली लिस्टिंग्स आएंगी. सो यू डोंट रियली नो कि आपको जो सर्च रिजल्ट मिल रहा है, इज इट जेन्युइनली द बेस्ट रिजल्ट दैट इज ट्रस्टेड बाय मोस्ट पीपल, और इज इट देयर जस्ट बिकॉज they managed to game the system. And in fact, now people are also talking about something called Google Zero. The Verge के editor in chief है Nilay Patel, and he came up with this term called Google Zero, where he says that now that when you look for something on Google, ऊपर एक AI summary आ जाता है based on what you're searching for. And since that, exactly, this is the article. So since that summary is giving you, not right now, but since that summary will potentially give you all the information that you need, it will no longer direct traffic to other websites. So that zero traffic is called Google Zero, and it is happening for smaller independent sites already. And I mean, he's been raising alarm about this for a while, because he says अगर आपका पूरा business ही आपके Google search traffic पे based है, तो आप क्या करोगे जब Google आपको traffic देना बंद कर देगा? Like, you can't leave this platform. Google is everything now. Whatever websites are made, they're primarily built so that they work on Google Chrome as a browser, and they show up all of their backend, etc. Like, sure, they're compatible with other browsers also, but Google is the main browser. Chrome is the main browser that people go for. So yeah, Patel talks about that quite a bit.
Yeah, true. I mean, when I was talking about this whole hardware being owned by these tech companies, तो आपके पास स्पेस रह ही नहीं जाता है कि एज एन इंडिपेंडेंट यू विल क्रिएट समथिंग न्यू, यू विल बी एबल टू क्रिएट समथिंग न्यू. आई थिंक दैट इज ऑल्सो द रीजन वाई नया फेसबुक क्यों नहीं बन रहा है, नया इस तरह का चीज क्यों नहीं बन रहा है.
They'll buy you out even if you try.
This is a serious question because one, you need huge data to work on it. So आपको एक data center type कुछ बनाना पड़ेगा. Similarly आपको चाहिए बहुत सारे servers, आपको चाहिए server में space. तो वो space आप कहाँ से लेंगे? आपको इन्हीं कंपनी से परचेज करना पड़ेगा. Now why would Google or Meta would give you space to create some alternative? है ना, इस तरह उनका ये ऑल्टरनेटिव बनाने के लिए क्यों देंगे व्हेन दे आर स्पेशली नोन फॉर ईटिंग अप ऑल देयर कॉम्पिटिटर्स एंड स्टफ. अभी इनोवेशन तो कर नहीं रहे हैं ये लोग, दूसरों को खाकर ही आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. सो मेटा इतना बड़ा एम्पायर ऐसे ही तो बना है, लाइक इंस्टाग्राम वगैरह किसी एक छोटा प्लेटफॉर्म था जो इन्होंने बहुत अर्ली इसको पोटेंशियल देखा और खरीद लिया, एंड दे हैव बीन लाइक लिटरली किलिंग देयर कॉम्पिटिशन. तो हार्डवेयर भी इनका, सॉफ्टवेयर भी इनका, प्लेटफॉर्म्स भी इनके. सो तभी जो कोरी डॉक्टरों का जो हम बात कर रहे थे, व्हेन ही टॉक्स अबाउट हाउ डू वी रेजिस्ट दिस एंटायर थिंग, दैट बिकम्स एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट.
Yeah, speaking of bad things happening tech-wise, we have to also address Sanchar Sathi that
Oh,
our
yes.
very own government came up with. So, so in 2023, the government launched this app to fight cybercrime, cyber fraud, which intention great. We have a lot of cyber fraud in India. We lose a lot of money to cyber fraud. But then on November 28th, they just very quietly asked private mobile companies to install this app on every single handset, and also to ensure that it cannot be removed from our phones. So the government is saying कि not only you have to install this app, आप इसे delete भी नहीं कर सकते हो, आप इसे restrict नहीं कर सकते हो in any way, and you don't know what all it will access. So this app is on your phone now. And Reuters key reports suggest that Samsung and Apple were planning to challenge this. They were not going to comply. And then IFF के अपार गुप्ता ने भी बोल दिया ट्विटर पे कि we will fight this till the government rolls it back. So अगले दिन ही the government rolled it back also, which okay, मोदी government जब U-turn करती है तो it's a special feeling, okay? So that has happened. But in the meantime, like that 24-hour, 48-hour period was enough for people to come up with some amazing memes about this.
Yes.
I think you want to show us something, so I will.
That is all I want to talk about, because you know यही था इसमें interesting बात कि how people can even protest digitally. और ये जो memes और videos और इस तरह की चीज़ों को मैं हमेशा एक क्या कहते हैं digital protest की तरह देखती हूँ. These are in a way form of digital protest. So लोगों ने बहुत सारी चीजें कही हैं. Let me just go to this meme that I really liked. And these really talk to the psyche of Indian people, you know. So let me just show it to you. Have a look at this.
होठों पे तेरे होठों की प्यास ऐसी जगी, मन मेरे भी तन में तेरे भी आग जलने लगी.
सर्द मौसम है, गर्म आलम है.
Okay.
My God! First of all, this is really cringy. This is bad
Why is it
content.
cringy?
I don't know. I think I don't like the actors. This is but it drives the point. It drives the point home. It does.
Yeah,
I will
and you
give
know
you
the
that.
husband-wife jokes are like the top priority of the nation. दो ही चीज चलती हैं इंडिया के मीम कल्चर वगैरह में, नॉट लाइक मीम कल्चर एग्जैक्टली, बट इन जोक कल्चर.
Jokes,
एक हस्बैंड वाइफ जोक्स और दूसरा सास बहू जोक्स. If you,
Yeah, but
in fact, there
husband
was a
and wife jokes
survey.
are really annoying. Like, these are really
It was
derogatory
a
jokes
survey
usually.
which said India का humor top is husband wife jokes. Number 2 is सास बहू jokes. But number 5 thankfully, is political satire. So
एटलीस्ट टॉप 5
thankfully,
में तो आ गया है.
हाँ, top 5 में तो आ गया है. मैंने ठीक है, मैं safe हूँ.
This is my
Have a
fault.
look at
Look at
this.
one. I think this is how he wants to live his life. But there's also this then. The features of Sanchar Sathi app that has to be mandatorily installed is not enough. It should include a mandatory Narendra Modi wallpaper on every phone and automatically file an FIR if anyone doesn't listen to Man Ki Baat. There was another one that said अगर हम मन की बात सुन सकते हैं तो मोदी जी हमारी मन की बात क्यों नहीं सुन सकते through संचार साथी. This one. Okay.
So what I liked, another one that I liked is, I'll have to add it. Add का बटन कहाँ पे है? हाँ. The second one I really liked is by this person called Pen Pencil Draw. This girl
Yeah.
really makes some nice cartoons and memes. So I really like this one. You know, the way they tap things. So this is going to be another way to spy on people for training purposes, apparently. So. And the best one, let me show you the best one, which is which really makes a huge point. And there is this what do you say? This organization that makes spins on news, Foxy. शायद फॉक्स न्यूज से इंस्पायर्ड है, तो फॉक्सी न्यूज. तो फॉक्सी न्यूज वालों ने बहुत अच्छा कहा है. इन्होंने कहा कि गवर्नमेंट से ही संचार साथी कैन बी डिसेबल्ड विद अ सिंगल बटन, बट दैट इज लोकेटेड ऑन द ईवीएम.
I mean, they have linked to very, very prominent issues of our time, and the government has really been under fire for its voter manipulation in one way or the other, right? But there are other instances too. The Vice Samshi Sarkar has a great article on this, past instances where the government really played fast and loose with our data. And I mean, हम मजाक कर रहे हैं इस बारे में, but it's still a serious topic, a serious issue, and the government does not have the best track record with data privacy or even
Yeah.
maintaining the integrity of the data they already have on us.
Yeah.
And we will leave a
Absolutely.
link for the article in the description.
And one more aspect of this is that there are people in this country right now, many people who still believe कि मेरा डेटा चला जाएगा तो क्या, मतलब मेरे पास है ही
Yeah.
क्या छुपाने को, कि अगर चला भी जाएगा ठीक है, अगर मोदी जी को सुननी है मेरी बात सुन ले, ऐसा लोगों को लगता है. बट इज
Yeah.
दिस रियली ट्रू? इनफैक्ट मैंने भी एक वीडियो बनाया था, छोटा सा लाइक सटायर वीडियो. उसमें आई एम मेकिंग दिस पॉइंट विच इज लाइक अ फनी एंड स्मॉल पॉइंट इन अ वे, बट घर में तो चल ही सकता है. द पॉइंट इज कि अगर सब कुछ आप बता सकते हो, आपके पास कुछ छुपाने को नहीं है, देन व्हाई डोंट यू टेल योर मदर? Do you tell everything to your mother? हाँ, मतलब मम्मी को बताओ ना. अगर कुछ भी नहीं है छुपाने को, जाओ जाके मम्मी को बता दो किसके साथ बातें करते हो, किसके साथ चैटिंग चल रहा है, किसके साथ टू टाइमिंग चल रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, बताओ तो सब कुछ. बट
That's a
will you?
great point, I think. No notes, no comments. You have won this argument. Undefeated argument है ये, I think.
But I think the greater point is कि जब when people say कि you know, if you can give your data to the companies, to Google and everybody, why can't you give it to the government? Because they are very different. They are very different entities. मतलब Google मेरे घर में आके मेरे को कुछ नहीं कह सकता.
No, but I think the point is also कि हम Google वगैरह को भी ये willingly नहीं दे रहे हैं ये data. This
Exactly.
is sort of, we don't have a choice because और कोई platform ही नहीं है ना.
And there are laws, and there is a way to recourse. You can do something about it in case something goes wrong. But with the government, there have been news, and we know very well that things have been planted in people's computers and laptops, and
Like
you can be jailed for that, literally. So if that is the case, government is much closer to your life, and it has much more power over your lives than the corporates.
And
मतलब
how
corporate
we
वाले क्या ही कर लेंगे, वो आपको कुछ सामान बेच देंगे, है ना, आपका हेल्थ का डेटा चुरा लेंगे, आपसे कुछ और कर देंगे, एडिक्ट बना देंगे आपको, और क्या करेंगे.
how are we equating a private company जिनका मकसद profit है to government जिसका मकसद social welfare and taking care of its citizens and their rights है? These are two very different entities and concepts. You can't hold them to the same level of accountability, right? So जिनके पास कुछ नहीं है छुपाने को, उनको ये गवर्नमेंट मुबारक. That is all I will say.
जिनके पास कुछ नहीं है छुपाने को, अपने मम्मी पापा और रिश्तेदारों को जाके सब कुछ बता दो प्लीज.
Yeah, but speaking of bad governments, Delhi government ने भी कुछ किया है. तो दिल्ली एयर पोल्यूशन में प्रोटेस्ट हो रहे थे दिल्ली में, एंड नॉट ओनली डिड दे ब्रूटली सप्रेस दोस प्रोटेस्ट, वी नो हाउ. दिस इज हाउ. This is, by the way, a third year LLB student who their meeting up in this image. और इसके 2 या 3 दिन बाद हमारे लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर सक्सेना जी आए और उन्होंने एक एयर सफारी लॉन्च कर दिया, हॉट एयर बलून राइड, so that Delhiites can now access premium air pollution by paying 3,000 rupees for a 4 to 6 minute ride. And they're doing it in the name of ecotourism. And I really have to read out what जिस कंपनी को ये करने का टेंडर मिला है, वो उस इंसान का नाम है विनोद बहारी. एंड ही सेज दैट 100-150 मीटर की हाइट पे ये बलून जाएगा. आवर फोकस विल बी सेफ्टी फर्स्ट. So it may be difficult to have the rides in some weather conditions, like, and you would expect that he'll say bad air or air pollution, but he says the bad weather conditions are when it is too windy.
Yeah.
So high speed air is more problematic to them than the fact that we are breathing horrible toxic air.
ये सब फर्क नहीं पड़ता लोगों को, मुझे लगता है.
Sorry?
या मुझे लगता है सरकार को इससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. और उसका एक रीजन ये है कि इतना इनइक्वालिटी हो गया है देश में दैट द रिच कैन टोटली बाय देयर वे आउट ऑफ दिस. वो सेम एयर नहीं ब्रीथ कर रहे हैं दैट वी आर ब्रीथिंग. इनफैक्ट आई वाज रीडिंग दिस आर्टिकल एंड इट टॉक्स अबाउट देयर आर नॉट जस्ट एयर प्यूरिफायर्स. अभी मतलब इस टेक्नोलॉजी में काफ़ी एनहांसमेंट हो चुका है और अभी ऑलमोस्ट एसी की तरह का एक इक्विपमेंट आता है, वो आप पूरे बड़े एक जगह पे लगा सकते हैं. इट सक्स द एयर एंड थ्रोज इट आउट, द बैड एयर इट थ्रोज इट आउट, और बाहर से वो फिल्टर्स के थ्रू आता है, फ्रेश हवा आता है. और सो PM 2.5 का जो लेवल्स है बहुत ही कम रहते हैं और आप इसको पूरे साल के लिए लगा सकते हैं. एक बार लगा सकते हो, कई साल वो चलता है. उसका कॉस्ट है लगभग 1.5 lakhs एक बार सेटअप करने का.
A large air purifier. This is how normal the small ones also work.
It's a slightly different technology. It's a different technology. Yeah, because this one is almost like an AC. Imagine AC जैसे काम करता है उसकी तरह काम करता है, और इससे आप पूरे घर को एक बार में एक लगा के काम चला सकते हो. जहाँ पे आपको एयर प्यूरिफायर आई थिंक you'll have to put 10-12 लगाने पड़ेंगे.
air purifiers. Sorry, I think we're lagging and we're talking over each other. You go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just saying कि this is a different technology, और जहाँ आपको 10-12 एयर प्यूरिफायर लगाने पड़ेंगे उसकी बजाय आप ये एक लगा सकते हैं. बट इट इज मच मोर एक्सपेंसिव, बट इन लॉन्गर टर्म इट्स लाइक लिटिल चीपर ऑब्वियसली.
Probably cheaper.
तो जो अमीर लोग हैं ऑलरेडी वो एक सेंट्रलाइज सिस्टम इस तरह का लगा चुके हैं. इनफैक्ट आई वाज रीडिंग कि उसी आर्टिकल में था कि US एम्बेसी में एक फॉरेन टेक्नोलॉजी इसी तरह की लगी हुई है, विच इज अ सेंट्रलाइज्ड एयर प्यूरिफायर सिस्टम. इट्स नॉट अ स्मॉल एयर प्यूरिफायर. It's not even using the same technology. Slightly different it is because air purifier में कुछ humidity का भी issue आता है, इसमें वो issue नहीं आता है.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
slightly different.
चलो,
And
ये
I'm
तो-
not going to take the name of the company because I don't want to advertise it, because मुझे लगता है कि
Okay.
ऐसी चीजें जब advertise हो जाती हैं तो we are kind of मतलब क्या होता है
Giving them a
कि
platform.
not just that, it's हमारी जो fight है उसमें वो कमजोर पड़ती है, because we want to fight for good air for everybody.
Correct.
Not just for some
You
people.
shouldn't have
If we
to
fight
buy
for
an
these
air
products,
purifier.
yeah, if we recommend these products, we are fighting for these products, but we don't want to fight for capitalism and all these products and companies. We want to fight for clean air, clearly, right? So what is happening because of this inequality is clearly government apathy इससे बढ़ जाता है, because जो larger rich लोग हैं उनको तो फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा, वो आपकी protest में भी शायद नहीं आ रहे हैं. It's the आम जनता that is coming to your protest. तो आप देखो ना कि इनइक्वालिटी की वजह से एक गवर्नमेंट एपैथी मुझे लगता है बढ़ती है. व्हाट डू यू से?
आप खुद देखो ना, जो हमारे लिए लॉज बना रहे हैं, या इवन आप ये गवर्नर सक्सेना को ही ले लो, उनकी गाड़ी में एयर प्योरीफायर लगा होगा. जिस ऑफिस में वो बैठ के
हाँ.
काम करेंगे वहां एयर प्योरीफायर लगा होगा. उसी
Exactly.
गाड़ी में बैठ के वो अपने घर जाएंगे, वहां भी एयर प्योरीफायर लगा होगा. So it's not really
Precisely.
affecting him, right? Although to be fair, he did go on that hot air balloon ride without a mask. Nothing was around him. He did breathe the same air as us for those 10-15 minutes, I think. But
और there are these wearable air purifiers also ना, कि आप अपने गले में पहन लेते हैं, नेकलेस जैसा आता है. There are these
Do they
wearable air purifiers. Yes, they kind of work, people say. So एक तो ऐसा आता है कि नेकलेस टाइप रहता है literally. So you
we're
wear it,
solving the
it's
wrong
available.
problem, right? हमें instead of fighting for clean air for everyone, we're solving a solution, we're coming up with solutions जो people can pay for.
Exactly,
That's what
that is my problem with this whole thing. कि आपको पता है like 4-5 साल पहले, इनफैक्ट like 2020 में समथिंग ना, शशि थरूर का एक फोटो वायरल हुआ था जिसमें he was wearing this wearable air purifier.
Okay.
इतना पहले. And then he wrote on Twitter something like कि मेरा air purifier काम नहीं कर रहा है. and the company responded to it saying कि ऐसे charge करने से ऐसे हो जाएगा types. So
What is
do you
this
see that?
Twitter lore that you're telling me about like 5 years ago?
Yeah, this has happened, and the main point is कि जब इस तरह से प्राइवेटाइज्ड हो रहा है और रिच लोग ऑलरेडी इसको यूज कर रहे हैं, हम तो अभी यूज करना शुरू किया है, most people have started thinking seriously about air purifiers only now in the past 2 years or 3 years or something.
And that is also the subset जो ये afford कर पाएगा. Air purifier सस्ता नहीं आता है ना, तो this is not where the fight begins or ends. The problem is most people are not even still realizing how much of an issue this is, because they don't have the luxury to think about all of these things. They are more focused on making their ends meet. आप एक डेली वेज लेबर से नहीं उम्मीद रख सकते ना कि वो पूरा दिन N95 लगा के काम करेगा, या उतनी अवेयरनेस भी उन तक पहुंच पाएगी कि ये जरूरी है उन्हीं के लिए फॉर देयर ओन हेल्थ. ये फोकस करना, हेल्थ पे फोकस करना या क्लीन एयर पे फोकस करना, ये बहुत ऊपरी तबके के मसले हैं. ये इफेक्ट सबको करते हैं, लेकिन
तो सबका है. हाँ,
मसला सबका है. इस पे बात कौन कर सकता है, वो बहुत छोटा सबसेट है.
हाँ, और इसको जो प्राइवेटाइजेशन हो रहा है हवा का और पानी का भी साथ साथ ले लेते हैं, तो इससे कुछ लोग तो मतलब दे कैन सेफली स्टे अवे इन देयर होम्स एंड अफोर्ड दीज थिंग्स, अफोर्ड दीज टेक्नोलॉजीज टू क्लीन देयर एयर एंड वाटर. बट व्हाट अबाउट द रेस्ट? तो ये चीजें जो सबके लिए फ्री होनी चाहिए, साफ होनी चाहिए, अच्छी होनी चाहिए, वो हम उसका बर्डन जो है वो एक इंडस्ट्री पे शिफ्ट कर देते कि आप प्रोडक्ट्स प्रोवाइड करो सस्ते वाले, ताकि सब लोग जो मतलब सेंट्रलाइज सिस्टम नहीं खरीद सकता वो वेयरेबल वाला खरीद ले, 2000 रुपए का नेकलेस टाइप लटका के घूमे. सो you see what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to say that because of the increase in the products, in a way हमारी apathy और बढ़ती जाएगी.
Yeah, I think we can wrap our discussion here and move on to the next segment where both of us recommend something to our audience. What is your recommendation, Kavita?
Well, I would say that we have talked about this whole idea of enshittification today, which is a very interesting thing to understand at this moment when internet is totally changing for all of us. So I would say that please find out this book. Let me show you the cover. Find this book, have a look at it, try to read it if you can. Or there's also a blog post about the same. So you can also look at the blog, read about it, read about this whole idea in general, and see if there are ways in which we can make internet a better place.
Awesome. My recommendation is an article called The Theory of Dumb, and it talks about why people are getting dumber. So it begins by talking about how IQ test scores are falling, but that is something scientists already knew. Like, this is not a new finding at all. But this one sort of delves into why this is happening, and the main reason they come up with is that we have this unrestricted access to stupid everywhere, which is making us stupid too. And so there's this paragraph in this article which basically says earlier the stupid was localized to some places because there was no way to disseminate information at the scale that we can do today. With social media, we have the equivalent of a radio channel and a printing press and a TV show that सबका अपना एक शो चल रहा है basically on their own social media. So the stupid ideas, they scale really fast now because of all of this technology and all of these platforms. And so we're plugged into so many people's opinions all the time that our brain was not meant to be subjected to this much information and opinion and thoughts all of the time. And that is what is causing us to have a meltdown of sorts. But it's a really fun article. You should definitely read it.
I think I'm a victim of this, so I'll totally check it out.
Awesome. All right. Thanks very much for joining us today, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you, Alicia. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.